Every day, you stand between two destinations. One decision may lead toward truth, wisdom, and life. Another may slowly carry you toward confusion, regret, and destruction. Most choices do not arrive with warning signs. They may appear as an opportunity, a compromise, a relationship, or a private habit no one else can see. Yet every choice is taking you somewhere. Near the end of his life, Moses stood before the people of Israel and presented them with a decision that would shape not only their future, but the future of their children. His message was direct. Two roads are before you. You must decide which one you will follow. Moses declared, "This day I call the heavens and the earth as witnesses against you." This was covenant language, the language of a solemn and binding agreement. Israel had been rescued from slavery, guided through the wilderness, and taught how to live as God's people. They had seen his provision and heard his commands. They could not claim that the truth had been hidden from them. Heaven and earth are pictured as permanent witnesses because human excuses change, but creation remains. God was making the choice completely clear. Israel knew who had delivered them, what he required, and where rebellion would eventually lead. Their response would reveal whether they truly trusted him. Moses continued, "I have set before you life and death, blessings and curses." Life meant more than remaining physically alive. It meant living in fellowship with God, receiving his wisdom, following his direction, and becoming the people he called them to be. Death represented more than the end of the body. It described the separation, disorder, and destruction produced when people abandoned the source of life. This was not a promise that faithful people would never suffer, become ill, or experience loss. Many faithful people in Scripture endured great hardship. The difference was the direction of the road. God's way leads toward spiritual life and wholeness. Persistent rebellion eventually produces bondage, emptiness, and destruction. The road toward destruction does not always appear dangerous at first. It can look faster, easier, and more rewarding. A dishonest choice may promise quick success. Resentment may feel like strength. Revenge may seem like justice. Pride may disguise itself as confidence. Following the crowd may appear safer than standing for truth. But Moses invites us to look beyond the beginning of the road and consider its destination. A decision should not be judged only by the immediate result it produces. The method matters because the method shapes the person we are becoming. The end does not make corrupt means righteous. A good goal pursued through deception, cruelty, or injustice plants destructive seeds within the goal itself. After revealing both destinations, Moses makes an urgent appeal. Now choose life. God did not force Israel down either road. He gave them truth, warned them of the consequences, and invited a genuine response. But refusing to decide was itself a decision. Standing forever at the crossroads would not preserve their neutrality. Every act of trust or rebellion would move them in one direction. Choosing life meant more than performing religious duties. It meant trusting the one who gave the commands. It meant placing their identity, future, and security in God's hands. The same is true for us. Choosing life is rarely one dramatic moment. It becomes a daily pattern of choices that repeatedly turn the heart toward God. Moses explains what choosing life looks like. Love the Lord your God. This love is deeper than emotion. Feelings can rise and fall. Biblical love includes loyalty, devotion, and the decision to place God above every competing allegiance. Israel would face cultures, idols, and rulers promising security without obedience. Their greatest danger was not simply breaking an isolated rule. It was allowing something else to occupy the place that belonged to God. We face different-looking idols: money, status, approval, pleasure, power, and even our own independence. These things are not always wrong in themselves. They become destructive when they control our decisions, define our worth, or receive the devotion that belongs to God. Moses continues, "Listen to his voice and hold fast to him." Listening in Scripture means more than hearing words. It means receiving God's truth with the intention of responding. We can hear a warning and still ignore it. We can know what is right and still choose what is convenient. Holding fast means refusing to release our trust when hardship comes. It is easy to speak of faith when the road is comfortable. Faith is revealed when disappointment, temptation, or fear tries to pull us away. Biblical obedience is not cold rule following. It is the response of a heart that trusts God's character enough to remain close to him, even when it cannot yet understand the road ahead. Moses says, "Choose life, so that you and your children may live." Our choices rarely end with us. They form habits, shape homes, and create examples that others may follow. A parent who chooses honesty teaches more than honesty. That parent demonstrates that truth is worth a temporary cost. A person who forgives interrupts a cycle of resentment. A leader who rejects corruption shows that success does not require the sacrifice of integrity. Children do not inherit faith automatically. Every generation must personally respond to God. Yet our example can either illuminate the road or make it more difficult to see. We may not control every choice others make, but we can decide what kind of path our own life leaves behind. Moses concludes, "For the Lord is your life." This is the heart of the entire passage. God does not merely give life as a reward for good behavior. He is the source of life. Israel's ultimate security was not found in the Promised Land, military strength, wealth, or political alliances. Their life was found in remaining close to the God who had rescued and sustained them. The promise of many years in the land was specifically connected to Israel's covenant, and the land promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It should not be reduced to a formula, claiming that every faithful person will enjoy wealth, comfort, or a long life without suffering. Its lasting truth is greater. Life separated from its source cannot become whole. Every day, our decisions are leading us somewhere. Choose what moves you toward truth rather than deception, mercy rather than cruelty, faithfulness rather than compromise, and God rather than the idols competing for your heart. Love Him. Listen to His voice. Hold fast to Him. Two roads are before you. Choose life, and help illuminate that road for those who follow.